Peace, my friends. Welcome and welcome back to my space. I'm recording this message September 15th, 2025. It's a moon day. It's a Monday. Surely it is. Gratitude. Let me just take a second. Shout out to the ones. We out here taking it in stride. All right. Thank you for your life. For real, for real. Being who you are and doing what you do. I do the same. I am that I am. I'm gonna do what I do so that collectively as a team, as a constellation, we can change our lives, we can make our mark, right? We can. Even if it takes a whole life cycle. Even when we consider the odds and the hands that we have been dealt. Again, according to our own actions that we do right now. Right? That's how that works. So if we don't like it, in some way, we will change our life. We will consider our mental state of being. We will consider our emotional circumstance, and we consider the ritual that follows, considering those two factors, right? How our body follows, considering our mental states and our emotional circumstances, so that we can change our life, even in the most dire of circumstances. We can change our life. So thank you. Let's do it. All right. Listen, I'm with you. I'm right there. Okay. Even if it's just a tiny, tiny little, this is all I can do for right now. I'm still changing my life. Okay. And maintaining what I like. Right. It may not be easy, especially at this time with social media. Everything appears to be so much more accessible, or we can just get overloaded with so much perspective and information. It's like, oh my goodness, I should be doing this, or I should be that, or maybe this is right for me and this is not. Listen, you already know what it is. All right. And the difficult part is being who you are and changing your life. That's enough. That's enough. Okay. Even me saying certain things, I can get into my bag. I have biases and things like that. Okay, I can get in my bag and make it seem like, oh, well, you should be, listen. Me too. I'm included in that. Fuck them. I'm included in that at times. Okay. I don't know your personal life. I be up here doing collective messages 95% of the time. But you are exactly who you are in order to help maintain balance. Even if you are the scum of the earth or exalted on some bullshit pedestal, okay? It is what it is. And you are here to create balance. And it's how you decide to do that, that you have to deal with the consequences of that, okay? Amen, 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 amen. Okay? I'm chilling. Arena, if that's how you pronounce your name. I'm chilling. Right now, I'm getting into a Palace of Coin message. Earth signs, Earth archetypes, Taurus, Virgos, Capricornicus. You may have some planets in that sign, especially your sun, moon, rising, yeah, but Saturn too, Mercury too, right? Venus too, all that, Palace of Coin. All matters related to the second, sixth, and 10th house areas. Like, we're going to get into that more specifically for the archetypes, but let's check in with our earth sign placements. Okay, let's do that right now. On the bottom of the deck, we do have the Palace of Wands. So somehow your fire sign placement could be significant. You know what I'm saying? Some sextile things going on here in this message. Maybe. Oh, the Five of Cups. But we'll see. We're going to start it out with the Taurian one. Shout out to Taurus. Okay. For Taurus, what area of life is being highlighted for the Taurian ones at this time? What area of life is being highlighted for Taurus at this time? Okay. Might be the 6th house. It's the 7th house. So if you have Taurus in the 7th house, most likely, you do have Scorpio rising, right? But right now, for whether you're a Scorpio rising or not, or whether or not you have Taurus in the 7th house, right now, your partnerships, not just marriage, your business connections, maybe even legal connections, right? To me, this is also a house of new contracts, so be aware. Okay, this is for me an area of life that has to do with rectification, balance, harmony, right? But let's see how it plays out. Okay, the archetype Libra could be significant. Okay, for me, the energy of Saturn could be significant, but let's see the 4th house. So it does give more of a domestic partnership vibe with the 4th house on the bottom of the deck. But tell me a bit, why is this being highlighted for Taurus right now? I am getting stability. Maybe you're more of a traditional person when it comes to your partnerships. Like maybe first comes love, then comes marriage, then comes a baby in the baby carriage. You could be a bit more traditional when we talk about Taurus, or lavish. Okay, maybe you like to spoil your partners, or your partners to spoil you. Okay, maybe you could stay a bit too long in your connections because you're stubborn, or it's just that fixed sign energy. But ooh, look, we got the swans, the mask. Ooh, this is giving we're together forever. Okay, Taurus. Listen, if you like it, you know what it is. I love it. All right. But let's see, why is the 7th house showing up for Taurus? Rick James, you turn off my fire. What is it? Oh, okay. I like the anchor. Strong Cancer vibes here. The 4th house on the bottom of the deck. This is a Cancerian card for me, but this is security, stability. Who sings that? No romance without finance? Listen, I'm not mad at it. That's you. Okay, if that's what you are, that's what you are. Okay, we got the clover here, the storm, the park. Show me Taurus right now. Okay. How is Taurus showing up right now when it comes to, or for whatever it is, Taurus, a main character? How are they showing up right now? So I think the person, when it comes to this Taurus situation, like this is nice, right? Beneficial. Okay. Security, stability. Despite the troubled water, all right? Because this card, I decided to switch Lenormand decks. And this one has, a bit of troubled water. And communication could be a factor here. Because when I get birds, communication, and I feel like I need to count these birds. 2, 3, 4, 5. So in order to change a situation, 5 is change, especially when it relates to conflict, right? It could be a little bit messy right now. It could be a little bit of trouble in paradise, but overall, I still get stable partnerships, secure partnerships. So maybe something is, what do we have in Taurus right now? Uranus is not in Taurus anymore. Is Uranus retrograde? It is. So something old, because Uranus is real fresh in Gemini right now. So during this retrograde period, something old may resurface. Don't let it cause a problem in your relationship, Taurus. It's still secure, okay? Something may come out of the blue, just for the sake of again Uranus things. But let's see, how is what's going on, Valeria? All right, Valeria. Listen, Valeria. Listen. Sometimes when I pronounce things, it come out the way it come out. But Taurus, you're showing up as Ten of Swords. Why? I didn't clarify this for the air signs the last time I was up here, but maybe I'll just go off the bottom of the deck. We have an Ace of Wands. This Three of Swords, the Emperor. So it's looking like this, I may be talking to a single Taurus. This is giving a vibe of a single, someone who is not currently in a partnership. It could, I'm getting, like I said, for me, it's a bit more romantic or something close to the heart space type partnership, but it's giving someone who, if they're not freshly out of a relationship, the pain from that previous connection is still very much present, and this is giving a healing vibe. Like, listen, okay, I may have been Empress in reverse for a long time. To me, Empress in reverse is Virgo. Okay, overextending myself too much, like the difficult qualities of Virgo, right? Giving a bit too much of myself for the sake of others, overextending myself, doing things, taking care of things that I didn't have to, but I felt, obligated to, something like that. But right now, it's Taurus is showing up as, listen, I'm really inspired to, straighten my back, have whatever comes to me. If it is not, if I, for whatever reason, it devalues me, or for whatever reason I don't see it worthy, or I can't nurture it, or it sucks the life out of me, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do it. All right. Four Swords in reverse. I need to put it to rest. I need to stop thinking about this painful situation and really heal myself. So strong Virgo here too, but nice Virgo, like introspection, put myself back together. If there are children or some type of responsibility that came from the situation that Taurus feels very solely responsible for, Taurus, I kind of feel like I'm gonna handle it. I'm gonna still nurture it. I'm gonna keep it. Like, when it comes to this, I'm not making no new soul contracts. Like, I'm free. Like, my soul is free, and my next partner, like, we either together or we're not. It's not gonna be no uh my toxic BS or their toxic BS. Like, no, that's what I'm getting for Taurus. So right now, the pain is still showing up, but I feel like this is, right now it's about stability, security, especially when it comes to the emotions in your partnership, Taurus. What's the advice for Taurus right now? Ashutosh. What kind of Pokemon cards are these? Just you spewing your schizophrenic mess. You right. Golu, whatever you just said, you right. Okay, schizophrenic all day. My North Node is in the 12th house. How'd you know? Okay, I may be destined for the nut house. And if that's how you feel, you right. Taurus. Let's see. What's the advice for Taurus? The advice is, continue to process this emotional pain. Like, this is difficult. I mean, I guess it is. I guess it is fresh. You know what I'm saying? Some type of fresh difficulty, pain, because you really wanted it. This is Mars and Scorpio. There was something that you truly desired. Okay. But again, you at this time, please do know that you are set free from it. You know what I'm saying? Devil card in reverse. You are no longer chained to anything. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to, again, any type of uh, lower desires or obsessions or anything like that, toxic things, it's in reverse. You have been set free. So it'll be up to you. It's your decision to continue to allow yourself to process this emotional difficulty, because this is like, literally this type situation. You in a closet, crunched up in the corner, nobody understand, or you don't want to talk to anybody about it. This is pretty painful. Okay, what's showing up for Taurus? Okay, and if it ain't you, listen, it is what it is. Somebody like that. I'm saying what I get. All right, Nine of Swords with the Three of Coins. I'm saying, as far as a focus, maybe, collaboration. I'm saying your work, your skill set, finding others to collaborate may help you to not focus on this so much. So let me get like an outcome or more advice for Taurus. Mirroring. All right. So this connection absolutely showed you something about yourself. Okay. With this card, reflection, twin, wholeness, synchronicity abounds, and receive. Okay. So strong Empress vibes. Okay. Even if you don't feel like that right now, I did see the Empress, and this is one of my Taurus Empress feminine cards. All right. Open minded, abundant, ready. It's your time to receive. So, again, if this connection you found yourself like, wow, I really gave a lot, or I nurtured it a lot, or there was a lot of things that I saw, but I didn't pay attention to, like that Virgo vibe. You know what I'm saying? Well, if you want to talk about lessons, there it go. Look, feminine, strong, feminine. Stuck chasing after somebody when you was more so meant to be, whether you are, a physical male or female, whatever, more in receptive energy. Like, you should not have accepted that. Okay. If something was coming toward you, block it. I don't care how often or how much they came knocking at your door. That's what masculine shit does. Masculine shit, it pursues. Okay. You are not meant to chase, feminine. Okay. You accept it or you don't. Let's get 3 masculine cards for Taurus. Okay, we got family. You'll have it, or you do, or you have it right now. Your family right now is your family. Whatever it is, 4th house, Cancer, nurturing family, right? Divine masculine from the divine masculine card. Okay, so if the Empress is showing up, and we do have received, and we have feminine, which gives, if you want to say divine feminine, whatever, then there is a yang to your yin. Okay, and then we have connect. All right, so when you're ready, feel free to get back out there. All right, maybe even at first, it may be a distant connection of some sort, or whatever the situation is. Look, divine partnership on the bottom of the deck. Okay, you may be feeling down, but you're absolutely not out, Taurus. All right, let me get 3 feminine cards. So it kind of feels like, a 0 point, a resetting. To me, when it comes to crying, I feel like it's beautiful. Okay. And despite my Pisces moon in the 8th house, for me, it is your own personal, private baptismal. Okay. Salt water coming from your face to cleanse you. Okay. And if you crying like this, okay, it may be enough to at least go down to your heart chakra, right? To cleanse and purify yourself. To me, that's what tears are for, all right? Cleansing and purification, baptismal type things, okay? For yourself. You don't need it, even if it's just yourself and you can't with anybody else right now, 0 point. That's what this is giving, is with this 10 of swords and this 5 of cups that came out, all right? And then we have root chakra, safety, stability, and security. Focusing that on that right now. Your own stability, your own security, so that when you're ready, again, there's this magnetic pull where you're where you are doing your connection thing, and it automatically gravitates to you, and you'll be in the position to say yay or nay, right? Reflection again, distorted feminine and proposal. All right. On to Virgo. I wonder if you'll have Taurus vibes in your message, because you was pretty strong in Taurus message, Virgo. So let's see. Virgo. Rise above. Oh, shit. I think that was for Taurus, maybe for Virgo. Okay. Oh, hell. Nope, the dice. Okay. What Virgo? What area of life? What area of life is being highlighted for Virgo right now? The Virgin ones. Agape Virgo. Okay. Is it still your season? Yeah. It's still Sun in Virgo season. Virgo. The sixth house. All right. So if you got Virgo in the sixth house, you are an Aries rising. Okay. Most likely. But I don't know. Maybe you might be feeling real aligned right now, Virgo. Okay. But either way, the sixth house talks about your routine. We could be talking about, I just got a serious health condition. I was just going to say health in general, but we could be talking, and listen, I'm just saying what I get, man, pancreas or whatever. Got to say what I get. But we could also be talking about like maybe domestic animals or whatever the situation is. Like, again, your routine. We could be talking about service to others with the sixth house, but let's see. And the third house. Interesting. Bottom of the deck. Why is the sixth house here for Virgo? I'm getting mostly this might relate to routine, and particularly a change in the routine. Well, Uranus will be squaring Virgo placements, yes, right? So maybe the influence of Uranus and Gemini over the next 7 years, not the whole 7 years, but there may maybe come a point where your daily routine is thrown out of whack, okay? Or maybe you might, what do they call that? Like the cat distribution system or something like that. Maybe you might unexpectedly get a pet or something like that. But for the most part, this could be like a unexpected change in your routine. I mean, you might go crazy for a little while. Gotta say that too. I gotta say what I get anyway. Why is the sixth house here for Virgo? Okay, so this is giving something about a daily routine really feels like a chore, like an obligation. Okay, with the cross here. And interesting, we got the third house is on the bottom of the deck, and we got 3 and 6 here too. That's a 9. So whatever this is, it has conditioned you, right? For me, 9 pertains to conditioning, like pretty much maxing out your skill set. All right. More a lot of 3s, but it might be time to set yourself free from a routine. Like you're ready to put yourself out there and be successful. This may relate to work too, like something that you've been doing on a very routine basis. Maybe daily, but something pretty routine that you've been working at. Again, like a conditioning type thing. I think you're ready and it'll work for you. Because like maybe at this time it's feeling like a burden. Like you can set it free now. Maybe you've been training somebody else and it's time to let them go be successful because you yourself is you're being a burden on somebody, Virgo, something like that. Something like that. Show me Virgo or a main character in this Virgo situation. Someone's ready. Three of Cups in reverse. I am getting that. Sometimes Three of Cups for me is like lack of emotional support or feeling like a third wheel, but I'm getting enabling because that's something here is enabling. Okay, when I get Three of Cups, sometimes it gives me somebody's being an enabler. Okay, and Virgo, you can do that. I got Venus in Virgo. I be knowing. I be knowing. Okay, I know it probably is very like it's way more efficient if you just do it yourself, right? But I kind of feel somebody is not, or maybe you are the one being enabled. Virgo, somewhere is here. Okay, Three of Cups in reverse with a Six of Cups and a Temperance. Did you cut somebody out because you were being an enabler? To me, this is giving like somebody doesn't have any bad blood. Like I still care about you, or I want this to be better between us. There's that. A couple of things. There's enabling and feeling like a third wheel or banished on the outside looking in. Or somebody may feel like you're too busy, like you shut them out, Virgo. Somebody feel like this. Somebody feels like a burden. And because they feel like a burden, they're like, okay, well, maybe I should get my own business. I've been learning a lot from Virgo, or I should be, create my own routine about something like that. Either way, I don't necessarily feel like a bad blood. Like everything's still cool. Six of Cups, still cool. We still homies. You still my soulmate. You still my partner. We can still do things together. Got the Temperance here, alchemy, patience. I just got gentle soul or whatever the situation is. However, with this Two of Coins reverse and this Queen of Swords reverse, it kind of feels like somebody may be a bit snappy or testy or whatever. Just because I get with the Two of Pentacles, somebody has a lot going on. All right. I got to do this, and that. Virgo is mutable energy, right? Busy or whatever. And maybe because of that, they're coming off as kind of like snappy, or maybe Queen of Swords can be nasty, you know what I'm saying? Or like very short of patience, but something like that. What is the advice for Virgo? However it goes, that's the vibe. Okay, I don't know what goes where specifically, but all of that is what I'm getting. Okay, what's the advice for Virgo? But mostly, I kind of feel like it's like a two-person. Like one person feels like, I'm a burden here. Well, I don't want to be more of a burden to Virgo. They got a lot going on, and when they got a lot going on, they're mean as fuck. And it's time for me to, spread my wings and fly away to a place that I long for. Something like that. Who's that? Truth? Don't start me to lie. And my heart will be the pathway. Something like that. Damn. Well, damn. Where'd this come from? I just said it wasn't no bad blood, but maybe Taylor Swift is in the building. Maybe y'all do got bad blood now. This advice? Five of Cups reversed. The devil with the tree of life. What? Skirt. Virgo. That's what I'm talking to, right? What is this? I'm not gonna lie. Be aware. I don't know. Somebody might be vengeful or revenge or something like that. I'm going to say that somebody may be a bit obsessed with what they're doing right now in their life. Somebody's like that. And because of that, I kind of feel like maybe it's like some Pisces thing going on or some Leo thing going on where somebody really takes that personal. But it's given like, I'm not going to cry and I'm not going to cry. But like they've cried before. Like this is giving like a numbing. Like somebody may be numb to the situation. That's got last chance. Virgo. Twin flame tower. Vibration mirroring. Mm-hmm. Somebody could really be oblivious. Like, I don't have no problem with you. I'm just busy. Like, I got things to do. But it hurts somebody else's feelings bad. Like, ouch. But it's like, I'm not going to cry and revenge, or I don't know. It could be desperate too. Like, I'm not leaving you. Listen, there's spread my wings and fly away because there's success. Maybe that's advice for this person that feels like they can't leave Virgo alone or something like that. Like, I don't know. I don't know, Virgo. Chaser, look at here. You got an Empress in reverse. This is a complicated situation. The chaser, all right, in pursuit, convincing, rejection, let them go and let them be. I do kind of feel like there's someone here that they got a lot going on. They juggling a lot of things. And it may be unnecessary. I am getting like maybe even like a frivolous busy just to be busy or looking busy. Like you could be home more or you could do something else. There is like a little bit of that, but either way, regardless of the fact they got their hands full. Okay. And I feel like that person also comes off as nasty, maybe even mean. Like what they say are true. Like it's like, I don't have time for this. Or listen, you're just gonna have to wait. Or I don't have time for you right now. And that's the truth. But like, ouch. Like you gotta say it like that. It's like that type of vibe. But also that same person that's saying that, like they also it's not like they come like they don't like you or that they necessarily want you to go away. It's just like just stay over there until I'm done or something like that. Like is that type of vibe. And the person on the receiving end of that vibe is like, I'm going to get you back and I ain't going nowhere and this hurts. And I know this is a burden or somebody's like it's a burden, okay, or something like that. And energetically, I'm just clung to you, okay, obsessed with you, something like that, okay. Fresh start, no. Masculine, all right. Take action to forgive yourself, something like that, all right. Let me get 3 masculine cards for Virgo. This Virgo situation. The advice is you got all the information, Sun and Gemini. Okay, if you got to inquire or whatever the situation is, but I feel like this is all this is as bad as it has to get. It's a 10. Maybe this person, maybe this is like a marriage type situation, or this situation, like this connection is so much a part of somebody's daily life or routine or something like that that they do feel trapped. Okay, this is from the masculine. All right. There could be some kind of contract, like somebody has an obligation to fulfill. Like before I can pay attention to you, I gotta go over here and work and do all this stuff. I don't know. Okay, if somebody feels, obligated to a situation. I do not like contracts. If you didn't know, like I ain't signing nothing. Okay. And we have boredom, intimacy, heartache, positive. Like, I don't know. This is kind of giving us like a vibe of somebody being bad just for attention. Okay, or causing drama for attention, or being spiteful for attention. I really don't want to hurt you, but my Venus is in Scorpio. Where's the obsession? Okay, something like that. Where's the intimacy? Where's the deep connection? Something like that. Let me get 3 for the feminine. The Virgo. All right, crown chakra. Okay, what would your higher self do? Okay, whatever the situation is. Freedom, expansion. All right. You got illumination. Again, you don't see all you need to see. You got the information that you have. That there doesn't need to be anymore, because this is feeling a bit bored, robotic here, bland, day to day, days running into each other. And again, this burden card is just very, serious. Who is that on? On the both of you? Okay, love and healing, which is the heart chakra. I feel like that's for yourself. Give it to yourself. Relax. We got romance here. Break up. Marry you. Loving you, loving you, loving you. Something. Do anything you want. Why would you want to break up? Because some people's priorities are different for whatever reason. Look at obsession and release. Who was that going for the feminine? Release obsession. I was just talking about Venus and Scorpio. You are what you are, right? Shout out to Venus and Scorpio. I feel like I got a low-key Venus and Scorpio because my moon is in the 8th house. So I feel like I'm an honorary Venus and Scorpio. Like, kill me. No, let me stop. All right. Let's be obsessed. All right. Ain't nothing wrong with it. A little bit of toxic. Anyway. And Capricornicus. What do we have for Capricorn? What area of life is showing up for Capricornicus? What area of life is being highlighted at this time for Capricorn? The 9th house. So is this like a Pisces rising, I think, or something like that? Capricorn in the 9th. Do you go anywhere? Like, do you care? I'm drawing a blank because the 9th house has to do with wisdom, expansion, right? Long distance travel, right? But with Capricorn, there may be a bit of delay when it comes to those things. Why is the ninth house showing up for Capricorn? Did I say Pisces rising? I think I meant to say Taurus rising. It kind of could be either or, depending on something, if something's intercepted. But Taurus rising. Do you not know Capricorn? What's going on here? All right, we got the park. So you may be on the way to do some public speaking or something like that. This is giving convention, Capricorn. Is there a convention that is happening here? I kind of feel like money is involved too. Why is this? There's a correspondence here that is feeling like a bother to somebody. I feel like somebody received, this might be Capricorn that received some type of correspondence when it comes to this public situation. Like, can you come here to do whatever? And maybe Capricorn doesn't see it as the right time. Show me Capricorn. So this is the public. And the date could be far out too. Somebody may want you to answer for this, and whatever this situation, I feel like it is an event. It could be maybe like 6 months out, maybe even a year or something like that. I don't know. Show me Capricorn. The Hermit here, 6 of Cups. Is distance a burden between a partnership, whatever type of partnership? It could be romantic. These both of these people here are youthful, right? With the money, with the masculine, somebody may have, or one person, whatever, wherever it goes, there's an intention of securing finances. Like, this is my literal like money card, something that, I don't, whatever you want to call it, you can liquidate or something like that, like cash or stocks or something like that. That's, translate to money in the bank or something like that. There's one person that is focused on that, but I kind of feel like there's a maturity here. There's a mental understanding. There's a mental understanding, but maybe the emotional part is difficult. All right. One person is away, and they could very much be, they are very likely dealing with the public or something like that. Even if they live together, even if they are close, there's distance here. Maybe there's like an Aquarius vibe here too. Like, I see you every day, but you're still so distant. Like, it always seems like other people are a factor somehow. There's that here, something like that. But it has to do with securing money here. And again, there's understanding. Capricorn is showing up as, somebody here is showing up as understanding. Like, they do get it. But that does not mean that they don't feel alone. Like, they look at the wisdom of the situation. Like, I feel like they're young in linear age, like 30-ish, not older than like 35 or something like that. And maybe it's more on the receiver, the feminine, if you will, that really, like, they get it. You know what I'm saying? They do. Ninth house, they get it. They're wise, the wisdom. They can look deeper. They get philosophy and all that good stuff. But with the Six of Cups reversed and the Five of Coins reversed, damn, the Page of Swords reversed, it's almost like a, should I move on? Has this connection run its course? Okay, that's what I get, Capricorn. What is the advice for Capricorn? Ninth house, Capricorn in the ninth house gives project manager. I just got like, something like that. But what is the advice for Capricorn? Page of Swords. Have there has to be some. This is an inquiry. You know what I'm saying? Ask a question. This is not like a big. We need to talk. There's not like a big need to talk. But it's interesting. It's interesting. I feel like somebody's mind is already made up, and maybe that's what this burden is about. Like maybe this is young people in linear age that are very mature. Okay. And I feel like there's a mature conversation coming up, like, you know, there's distance here in some way. And I get it. Somebody says, Capricorn says, somebody says. And, like, there's things that I want to do. Three of Wands here, Temperance, the Chariot. Ooh, Tree of Life. Wow. It's given almost like an inspirational vibe. Lot of wisdom here with the ninth house. Like somebody has like maybe like a wisdom growth spurt, like a real boost of maturity, spiritual maturity, like or whatever, however you want to put that, philosophical maturity or whatever it is. Like, you know what? What do I want to do? What? Why do I feel like I'm waiting for something or something? I'm waiting for something to come to me. Like, you know what? It's time. We got the Chariot card here, which is like my North Node card, and a Tree of Life. Like, wow, this is kind of deep for this person. For this to be under a page, again, it just kind of feels like emotionally that's where the burden is. Like, some I don't know, some kind of emotional burden there. But when it comes to this correspondence, it'll be very mature. Okay. And this park is kind of giving me a vibe of some type of electronic transaction too. I don't know. It may be an email or something like that. I don't know. Something like that, Capricorn. Okay. How's this gonna pan out? Or more advice for Capricorn? Family. You still a family? Or, whatever the situation is, kids, opinions, judgment, resolve family stress, get support, regret, divine timing, hesitation, destruction, blessings, balance. But I kind of feel like it'll be an avoidance of a so-called tower moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? Let me just say this. I already have regrets, or I already feel like I wasted too much time. And now's the time to focus on what I want to do. Give us some space here or something like that. still a soulmate. Still a soulmate. Okay. I kind of feel like, again, there's maturity here and it will be all good, out beyond the initial maybe shock or reaction. But ultimately, very quickly, I feel like it'll be all good. But whatever. Maybe somebody's tired of putting on a facade, right? Uh, this is from the masculine deck, yes. And being elusive or feel like something is just out of one's reach for whatever reason. Service, strong Virgo here, right? We have the Hermit. All right, service, discern, and contract. Let's get 3 feminine cards. Just a little break, just a little break. And like this, listen, I like separations and breaks and stuff like that because it allows you to be your own individual self and do what you have to do for your own individual self. Somebody with a lot of masculine energy, whether they're a male or not, they really don't have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? Strong Aries placements or Mars, wherever sign it is and where it's at, whatever it is, a lot of masculine. That's what it does. Okay, it's the drive, it's the passion. It goes after things, and usually it does not have a problem with being focusing on self, right? And on the flip side, it may be difficult for someone that has a lot of yin energy or whatever this is, or fixed placements, earth placements, whatever it is, right? And when it comes to a situation, especially when you're in a partnership, it can be hard. You can feel like, damn, I don't want them to take it the wrong way or whatever the situation is. Sometimes society conditions you to deal with shit that you don't have to just because you're a certain gender. That's BS. You know what I'm saying? So I like separation so it don't get quote unquote karmic. So you don't hate each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be mature about this. Okay. You over there doing what you got to do. I see it for what it is. And I got to do something for me too. So we will come back together in some shape, form, or fashion. Okay. However, this distance manifests, it's healthy. We will get back together because, again, this is coming from the feminine deck. I have to pay attention to my masculine energy at this point of where my Mars is or whatever the situation is that's telling me I need to focus on this here North Node, Chariot, Tree of Life, secure something for myself too. And we'll be back together again. Okay, we put in the D in the divine partnership right now. Okay, the separation or whatever the situation is. So we can come back together and it'll be fine. It'll be fine. This is the receptive, feminine. It may be a woman, that's doing this right now. Like, you know what? Good on them. Okay, I don't want to feel like a burden or this is emotionally, this is very difficult, but I got to get my masculine on. Something like that. Okay. Vulnerability, wisdom, and power. I like it. Solar plexus chakra. Be brave. It takes courage to do this, right? And there may be a little bit of loneliness, but maybe it'll bring balance in some shape, form, or fashion. Okay, y'all might have been stuck like glue for a long time or whatever the situation. However, this family has manifested itself, and I feel like y'all still family. And even though it feel like it, a little break ain't never hurt nobody, right? But that's what I got. I appreciate the company, and I'll see you next time. Peace. Thank you for the thumbs up.